You see a fight on Saturday, but what do UFC fighters actually do the week before? Fight week isn't just about training and weight cutting. It's a gauntlet of media obligations, public appearances, weigh-ins, and mental warfare. For 7 days, a UFC fighter's life is controlled by the promotion. Every hour is scheduled, every meal is calculated, and every interview is mandatory.
Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before?
Fingered?
Yeah, fingered.
No.
What would it take?
So today, let's walk through a UFC fighter's fight week, day by day, Monday through Sunday. Monday, arrival and check-in. Fight week officially starts on Monday for most fighters. If it's a big pay-per-view event in Las Vegas or a major city, fighters fly in from all over the world. The UFC books fighters into the host hotel, usually a nice spot near the arena. You check in, get your credentials, and that's when reality hits. The fight is happening. For most fighters, Mondays are light. They rest, acclimate, and maybe do a quick workout to shake off the travel. But if you're on the main card, the UFC might already have you scheduled for sponsored events or early media obligations. And the weight cut has already started. Most fighters are still 10 to 15 pounds over at this point, but the diet is strict. Clean food, measured portions, and no more cheat meals. Monday is the calm before the storm. Tuesday, media day. Tuesday is when fight week gets real. If you're on the main card, especially if you're a headliner, you're doing hours of interviews. ESPN, MMA Junkie, local news, international outlets, anything you can think of. The UFC sets up a room with cameras, lights, and a rotation system. Fighters sit in a chair and journalists cycle through one after another. Same questions over and over. They answer and promote the fight, even if they have been asked the same shit 75,000 times. For guys like Conor McGregor and Sean O'Malley, Media Day is their stage, but fighters don't have a choice. It's in their contract. If you miss Media Day, the UFC actually fines you. Or worse, you could get pulled from the card. Ask Conor McGregor about UFC 200. He refused to fly in for a press conference, and Dana White just yanked him off the biggest card of the year. So yeah, fighters show up, do the interviews, and by the end of the day, they're exhausted and they haven't even started cutting the weight. Wednesday, open workouts. Wednesday is open workout day. This is where fighters do a public training session for the fans and the media, usually at a gym or sometimes a mall. Fighters hit pads, they shadow box, they do some grappling. It's not a real workout, it's theater. Nobody is showing their real game plan, nobody's going hard, it's just for the cameras. But it's also part of the mental game. Fighters can watch their opponent, size them up, and see how they move. And sometimes trash talk happens. John Jones and DC had their infamous brawl at a media event in 2014, but most of the time it's just professional. By Wednesday night, the weight cut is accelerating quick. Water intake is dropping and the sauna sessions are starting. The fun part of fight week is now over. Thursday, press conference. Thursday is press conference day, the media event before the fight night. All the main card fighters sit on stage. Dana White is usually there if he doesn't have to gamble or some shit. And for 60 to 90 minutes, it's questions, stare downs, and sometimes brawls. This is where trash talk reaches its peak. Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, for example. The press conference was a war zone. Conor threw insults.
But you actually fight like a little shitty jokes rat anyway. You dive for the legs and hold onto them for dear life.
Khabib stayed stone-faced, but tensions were through the roof. But for most fighters, the press conference is just business. Answer some questions, stare down your opponent, and stay calm. But from here on out, the hard part begins, the weight cut. Because by Thursday night, most fighters are in full-on dehydration mode. No water, no food, just suffering. Friday, hell day. Friday is the worst day of fight week. Official weigh-ins. This is it, the moment of truth. Fighters have to hit their contracted weight or the fight is off. And for most fighters, Friday morning is pure hell. They wake up after maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep, dehydrated, starving, and feeling like death. Some fighters are still a few pounds over, so they hit the sauna for one last time, sweating out every single bit of water they have. It's torture. Then they head to the venue for official weigh-ins. usually around 9 to 10 a.m. They strip down, step on the scale and pray. If they make weight, relief, it's over. Now they can finally eat and drink again. If they miss weight, it's a disaster. They either lose a percentage of their purse or the fight gets cancelled completely. Their reputation takes a hit. Remember Charles Oliveira at UFC 274? He missed weight by half a pound and got stripped of his lightweight title on the scale. Or Daniel Cormier at UFC 210, he was overweight, not like right now. So he leaned on the towel doing the weigh-in to make it look like he hit 205 pounds. Towelgate became legendary. But assuming a fighter makes the weight, the next 24 hours are all about rehydration. IV bags used to be common until USADA banned them. Now it's just water, Pedialyte, electrolytes and food. Fighters usually gain 15 to 20 pounds overnight. Oh, and later that evening, ceremonial weigh-ins. This is the public one, the one the fans attend. Fighters step on the scale, they do the face-off and hype up the crowd. The last chance to get into your opponent's head. Saturday, fight day. Fighters wake up feeling different. For some, they feel strong, rehydrated and ready to go. For others, the weight cut destroyed them. They're still weak, still recovering. Either way, there's no more prep, no more media, no more obligations. It's just the fighter and the fight. Most fighters try to stay relaxed, watch movies, listen to music and visualize the fight. Some of them sleep, others can't even sit still. Guys like Khabib would spend the day praying and staying calm, and Nate Diaz would probably smoke some shit and play some video games. Everyone has their routine. A few hours before the fight, fighters head to the arena. They do their warm-up in the back, shadow boxing, pad work, grappling, and cutmen start taping their hands. And then it's time. Fighters hear their walkout song. And for the next 15 to 25 minutes, all the suffering, the weight cut, the media, the camp and the pressure comes down to this one moment. Fight, you will probably need to attend a press conference. After that, there's drug testing, medical checks, and then it's over. Sunday, recovery. You probably wake up feeling like absolute dog shit. If a fighter won, they're either celebrating or recovering. Some fighters party, others just sleep for 20 hours straight. If they lost, it's probably the worst feeling in the world. All that work, all that sacrifice, just for you to get knocked out by some guy in 20 seconds. But regardless of the result, their body is wrecked. They're severely dehydrated from the entire fight and weight cut. Their face might be swollen, they might have broken bones, torn ligaments and concussions. And mentally, you're drained. Fight week takes everything out of them. But here's the thing about fighters. They do it again and again and again. 3 times a year, sometimes more. The same grind, same pressure, same weight cut.